Knights will kick it away to start us off. And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Cornhuskers offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Morrison. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Finds a man on the right. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Dumps it off in the flats. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
To the air on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. The play action fake. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Turning it on. Tripped up for the tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. Safe completion on the screen. Shakes off the defender. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11.
How about the offense, man? Dialing up the screenplay on 3rd down. They needed a play. Sometimes people like the screen, sometimes they don't. You got to call it at the right time. And they pick the right opportunity. They get the 3rd down conversion and a new set of downs.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska!
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Rutgers Scarlet Knights offense has the ball for the first time. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football, and I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But, David, in passing situations, they can also blitz and get after your quarterback. What's this offense going to do?
Well, I remember in our day, man, like you had hammers, right? They were just big physical guys. Now you've seen the positions switch. The bodies look different. They look more like safeties, and you're right. Speed, sideline to sideline, blitzing, so much versatility. Good luck.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give on the option.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
The Scarlet Knights will hustle to the line. He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Third down and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Punch it out of the air. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Morrison. It's caught. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Huskers will have it 1st and 10. They go to the draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I like the idea of going draw there. You're trying to sell pass, but you still need to do a better job up front executing those blocks. There's too many one-on-ones where they got beat, and as a result, they suffer a negative play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to scramble. Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th.
That's a nice play by the defense. You're trailing early in the game. They've got the ball on your side of the field, so you force the incompletion on 3rd down.
On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. Wide receiver going in motion. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. They get to him as he throws. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quick completion on the out route. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And the Scarlet Knights are facing 3rd and inches. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. The Scarlet Knights in the hurry up. 3rd down play from the gun. Under fire. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Wide open downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time.
Touchdown, Husker! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Phyllis, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Northern Illinois is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Eastern Michigan. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 after the 29. And the Scarlet Knights racing to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lanier. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. The Scarlet Knights send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Right on the money. Past the 30. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Finds a little bit of room, give him a couple down to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Morrison. He makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Got enough space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And the Scarlet Knights want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Hit as he throws.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
The kick is on its way. He'll take it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Quarterback moving. He's going to... Oh, he's got some space. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll send the back in motion. Dropping back, it's Morrison. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. third down, a lot of times it comes down to and it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the Huskers are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Now adjusting. Lets it go to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield on first down. He's got the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Scarlet Knights in a good spot here with second and short. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
And the Scarlet Knights are in the hurry-up. Back to pass on second down. Here's the heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we need...
Breaks into the open. And he has vexed this defense with scramble after scramble, has another first down. The Cornhuskers have pushed it inside the 20. Looking to pass. It's Morrison. Moves around to clear up the vision. Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
This time he's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Trying to bully their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And there is little more difficult to defend than pressure right up the middle, and the big nose tackle brings it there.
And he starts right on the football. A lot of time he gets double teamed, right? Because he's right there and you got the guards next to him, but the big fella just uses his power, overpowers the line, gets to the quarterback, and gets the sack.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Fires to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Scarlet Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. And the Scarlet Knights will punt this one away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This punt will be down just inside the 40-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Morrison. It's complete to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on second down. They'll run it from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Williams. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Huskers have this offense rolling. Out of the gun, they give to the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. And the Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to...
Got some room in under the goal line. Touchdown, Huskers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, Little Red's probably turning into Big Red with pride right now with this performance he's turning in.
And, man, he is in his bag. He's running it. He's throwing it. This defense is like, habit, and what? Which way do I go? Who's got the football? He is setting this defense on fire.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Grabbed behind the line. It's Lanier. Looks as if they might have that screen really set up, but he'll be stopped short of the marker. It's 4th down. The Scarlet Knights will line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working there.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's got his man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The Huskers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route.
Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Quick strike through the air for the score. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Scarlet Knights decide to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And the Huskers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Morrison. Gets it to him on the screen. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cornhuskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Huskers are marching down the field. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Little. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And the Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board.
Headed to the end zone. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's taking a deep shot. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off the play fake. Fakes to grab. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Scarlet Knights are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Wants to throw on third. Rushes on him. Underheat, and he gets rid of it. And they fail to hook up on third down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like, when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.